Yes, sir. People bringing in. We coming in with another bang, guys. I know y'all missed me. Been a couple of days, like I said, just kind of sitting back and pulling full coverage of what's all occurred. Like I said, we're gonna go over a quick little glimpse. This should be another bang episode. Gonna talk a little bit about the hack that happened over the weekend. Or I shouldn't say the hack. It didn't actually. There wasn't a hack that occurred, but an attempt. Again, we're going to talk about there's a new number that XRP has hit as far as the accounts on Ledger. We are building out. We're expanding. Some surprising information coming in from Vietnam that ties in again with that announcement that I had on a previous video about VinFast, the Vietnamese EV car maker, accepted XRP. All this time together, and then we're going to tap it all off and close it off with a clip from about the Valkyrie chief investment officer, and then also what occurred at Davos today. Basically speaking on the possibilities of XRP ETF, and again, just gonna throw my little opinion in there. But like I said, let's tap down into people. Yes, sir. Put it on through. Excuse me if I sound a little scratchy, guys. It's turned into Antarctica here in Alabama. It's absolutely absurd. All right, here we go. In failed Bitfinex exploit attempt, billions in XRP move. Failed token transfer spooked some of the market watchers as they amounted to nearly half of XRP's 30 billion market capitalization. Now, again, guys, actually, the price actually bumped off this news, which was crazy. I was, you expect, but I want everybody to notice how all the FUD is popping out. Now, I told y'all when these times are nearing where it's about to be the expansion phase, where we're about to start that climbing, all that FUD and crazy. Oh, there's the Bitcoin ETF and all this. Oh, it was a fake and it was hacked. Guys, all this is here to set up time and way to try to shake these hands as they get ready to close out. A feature of the XRP Ledger network was used in an unsuccessful exploit attempt on the prominent crypto exchange Bitfinex. Chief Technology Officer Paolo Ardonio, I hope, confirmed on X on Monday. Now, again, it was unsuccessful, so I want that to be clarified because a lot of people are saying that it went through and it was never successful, right? And we don't necessarily know if it was malicious. Things are leading it to it being malicious just off the term, but it wasn't like it was really in depth. And again, it wasn't XRP Ledger being hacked. This is off of Bitfinex that this was occurred, that exchange, which is again why we say not your keys, not your crypto. But let's proceed. Nearly 15 billion worth of XRP was flagged by on-chain servers well alerts to be moved in an apparent transaction early Monday amounted to nearly half the tokens, 31 billion market capitalization. But the actual transfer was just a few cents worth of XRP and failed as the sender did not have enough liquidity. Blockchain data from the transaction shows. So you guys, this is why I'm such a fan of crypto, is the fact that you can't just get anything by. Again, like I said, I don't know how to necessarily read this, but they actually do have the actual transaction, what occurred and things like that to show that it wasn't some massive billion that actually went through, and it was the odds of not even one XRP that went through. But it's just, that's such a beautiful thing that we can keep things tracked to where there is no, oh yeah, these synthetics and who did it. No, they know everything. The motive was seemingly to trick Bitfinex into taking the transfer as real, which could have possibly opened the door to a hack. However, Bitfinex's system flagged the transfer as a partial payment, and XRP Ledger's feature allowed that payment to succeed by reducing the amount received, which is why only a couple cents got sent through, right? Guys, look at the beauty and the power. This is showing that this is just not a rinky-dink plan. There's safety in XRP. There's stability in here. We're catching. We're defeating hackers. Oh, hey, listen, what a beautiful thing. Like I said, I just want to come up and give everybody that little lasso. So if anybody's kind of like, so did it happen? What happened? Things like that, guys. Listen, there was an attempt. So they say, hey, we're not going to dig in that. But like I said, nothing passed. There wasn't money. There wasn't half of the amount of XRP sent anywhere. So don't let any of that fudge y'all. Like I said, all this is going to be false narratives that are going to come in at this time. Let's keep tapping through. Breaking news: Ripple XRP Ledger has shattered records with over 5 million accounts. Despite recent market dips, the XRP community is on the rise. Baby, listen, guys, this is why I keep saying this bull cycle is going to be completely different than all the rest. Not only do you have all the implication where we're coming in with way more central banks and way more institutional partnerships, the amount of accounts is much larger as well, guys. when this thing begins to move, understand it's going to snatch, and it's going to be almost that of what should be 2 times a bull rally, because this last bull rally was stalled by its settlement. I mean, by the SEC case that was brought again. Now, mind you, we have the settlement that's going to be coming in, so y'all can only imagine what the price correlation is going to be with it. Let's tap it. Pulling through, breaking news: Vietnamese finance manager Hu Doc Phoc announced, we are currently working with Vietnam central banks to study and possibly implementing the use of XRP for cross-border payment across Vietnam and abroad. Go Vietnam. Guys, listen. You got the acceptance from the Vietnamese EV company, VinFast. Now we're having talks where they're getting ready. They're working on possibly implementing XRP in the central banks. Guys, this is a last chance for you to catch them at 57 cents. No financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, all right? Let's put it on through here with these 2 videos here. XRP breaking news. Valkyrie chief investment officer says Ripple XRP spot ETFs could come to market now that the SEC is about to approve one for the Bitcoin. Now, you have this information, and then we have what occurred at Davos today. Y'all just tell me what y'all think is coming.
I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for Ethereum. I even think we might see something for Ripple, given the recent progress. You notice that Grayscale just added Ripple to one of their trusts. It's publicly traded. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Ripple or Ethereum spot ETFs out there. I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for...
So now again, this is the Valkyrie chief investment officer, where they're saying Ethereum and XRP, which is Ripple, for those that, everybody should know. If you're here, you should get, what we're talking about here. But for those that are new, guys, the assembly has been created. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, those top 5 stable coins, those are going to be what is going to be solidified. They're going to throw ETFs over the top of those, and that's going to be the end of massive volatility as big money in Wall Street comes over and kind of takes over the crypto space. Those that were not plugged in before will always be subject to Wall Street. Those that are in before, obviously, we're going to amass those massive gains, but I want everybody to understand that window of time, the well is not going to always be giving you water. So again, you want to be in now as opposed to later, not financial advice, because you're going to find out as Wall Street keeps getting their hands on it, things are going to get a little bit wilder as far as the aspect of the amount of manipulation that's going to start appearing and things like that. Now, let's finish on out here with Davis 2024. Again, speaking with Brad Gardinghouse about the possibility of ETFs. Let's tap into it. 2 minutes, guys.
Or the chair, Gary Gensler, changed
I'm gonna turn this up when I edit it.
Even after the approval of the Bitcoin ETF, there was a statement. Gary Gensler said he didn't endorse Bitcoin. He still called most other crypto assets securities. Is this posturing, or do you think there's a chance the SEC has changed its stance?
There's an expression about, one of the definitions of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and not expecting a different outcome. I think Gary Gensler is doing the same thing over and over again, and it thinks that somehow he's going to win in court. He has continued to lose in court. I do think the chair of the SEC, Gary Gensler, has become a political liability in the United States. And I think he's not acting in the best interest of the citizenry. He's not acting in the best interest of the long-term growth of the economy.
In fair use.
I don't understand it. And I think at some point, there will be a new chair of the SEC, and I think that'll be a good thing for the American people.
There were a couple of interesting things after that Bitcoin ETF was approved in that statement. One, and I paraphrase here, was effectively Gary Gensler saying, just because we allowed the Bitcoin ETF, don't think we're now going to allow a bunch of other crypto assets. The second interesting thing was the price of Ether skyrocketed immediately after, on hopes that there could now next be an ETH ETF. What are the chances of that?
I think it's a certainty.
This year?
I'm not.
Did y'all hear that? Now listen. And of course, notice how every single time it gets to the XRP ETF, nobody can talk about it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and step forward and tell you there's confirmation. There is something going on in the background. Again, it's going to be great for short-term price, but understand, you're talking about 5 years down the line, 3 years down the line, people that are coming in on the latter half of that are not going to be, which again, like I said, this isn't really a downside. This is just what it is with investing. If you're first to the party, like I said, you reap the most rewards. But understand, those you better be in now, because as these ETFs are settled in, there will be a different ebb and flow to the crypto space. Mark my words on that. And you're going to want to have been in at 60 cents and not being fuddled around up there $5, $10, $15. All right? Keep pushing.
I'm going to put a horizon on the time, but I think there will be other ETFs for sure.
An XRP one?
There will be other ETFs for sure.
but an XRP one?
I love this game we play. Look, I am very
That's the last time I lost.
That's fine. But look, the sad part of that reality is we have a Bitcoin ETF only because a U.S. court said to the SEC, you're being arbitrary and capricious in your application of the law. What would be sad is if every ETF had to go through that.
And he made a valid point here, because it's like, you understand, guys, after Bitcoin's already got the ETF, it's the same thing with Ripple and at passing the lawsuit. There's a blueprint now. Like, so, if they, there's nothing to deny. Everything's known of what the qualifications have got to be. And that's what the main argument with the crypto space is, that SEC is cracking down on the crypto space, but you won't give them regulations. They're willing to follow them, but you just haven't made any regulations. And when you do, that's when he's talking about the fact that, Gary, you can keep losing. You can be like, hey, listen, why do you keep trying to fight a battle that has been lost?
That same journey, and for Gary Gensler to get smacked down by the U.S. court system again, that might be necessary. But again, at some point, I think Gary Gensler won't be the chair of the SEC, and that will be a good thing for the American people.
There's what the SEC
shot straight at the eyes, guys. Listen, things for y'all to sit there upon. I want y'all to stem up on that. Like I said, guys, make sure you're verifying where your information is coming, as there's going to be a bunch of FUD popping up about XRP left and right as we come to this point to get ready to launch off. Understand, we have too much land ahead of us. Bitcoin halving, XRP IPOs, XRP ETFs. Again, like I said, 2024 is going to shock you. The biggest XRP settlement, which again is going to be a price, slinger. But understand, we're in that window. This is what everybody's been preparing for. Do not get caught slacking. For those that have not collected the amount of coins, take the chance that you have now to catch it at 50 cents. Buy that zip, because like I said, when it rips, it's over with. Guys, listen, if y'all found the information enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Listen, much love to y'all boys. Much love to the Money Mafia, guys. We're going to tap back in here probably tomorrow. Hey, much love to y'all. Y'all hold it down, baby. Yes, sir.